In the early 90s, a little girl could hold an entire world in her hand. And in that world was another little girl. Her name was Polly. Polly's world could be a beach, a park, even a hair salon, all contained inside a piece of pastel plastic that could fit into your pocket. And this was Polly Pocket.
Polly Pocket play cases, each sold separately, new from Mattel.
A toy built on the illusion of perfection, control, life in miniature. Open the compact and that world appeared like it had been waiting just for you. But there was always something just a little bit off. Okay, I know that was dramatic, but hear me out. Tiny staircases that led to nowhere. Furniture painted on the walls. Polly and her friends never changed their expressions. They were frozen permanently in a single moment. A happy one, if their faces were anything to go by. At least, we certainly hope it was a happy one. Polly Pocket was a world you could open and close whenever you wanted. And when you closed it, everything simply stopped. The hair salon, the beach, the party. Frozen mid-laughter, mid-birthday, mid-summer, until the next time you decided to look inside. But even when you did, of course, the party never really ended. You picked up right where you left off. The worlds of Polly Pocket were a strange exercise in liminality, always existing in between the beginning and the end. You never had to be sad that the party or the beach day was over. They simply went on and on forever. Decades later, those same worlds still exist, undisturbed. The paint might be a little faded, the plastic a little dusty, the stickers peeling at the corners, but the places are still there, the same as they've always been. And if these worlds never ended, maybe part of your childhood never really did either. Polly Pocket was born in 1983 when English toy designer Chris Wiggs built a dollhouse for his daughter on a miniature scale. He created it inside a makeup powder compact so that she could close it, keep it safe, and take it with her wherever she went. 6 years later, a small British toy company called Bluebird Toys turned that one handmade idea into an entire brand of pocket dollhouses to sell to the masses.
Polly Pocket è un'amica piccina. Polly Pocket, la sua casa sta in una manina. Polly Pocket, è sempre Polly Pocket con te. Polly Pocket.
I couldn't find a definitive answer on what was the first Polly Pocket compact ever put on the market, but one of the earliest ones was called Party Time Surprise. It came in a dark pink square case, and inside was a miniature birthday party with decorations, a cake, and a staircase leading to a second-floor bedroom. There was also a musical variation of this set that came in a mint green case. In this version, when you pressed the cake on the table, it played the Happy Birthday song. This set would also later be produced by Mattel for Polly's 30th anniversary. Bluebird Toys also used to print little stories on the packaging of Polly Pocket. Here is the one for Party Time Surprise. Polly's parties are always such fun. She's having a birthday party today. The house looks stunning with streamers and balloons. So does Polly in her shimmery dress. There's lots of lovely food and drink, and all Polly's friends are invited. She can't wait to show them her birthday cake. It plays Happy Birthday when it is pressed. There's music to dance and lots of presents for Polly to open. The biggest box contains a teddy. Won't Polly be thrilled when she finds him? Some other notable compacts from 1989 include Polly's Fun Fair, aka Polly World, with an interactive ride where you could spin the rocket to make the cars go around. There was also a full-on roller coaster in this tiny amusement park. Polly, always having the best day of her life, carried balloons. There was also Polly's Wildlife Park, aka Wild Zoo World. The US version came with an elephant, a monkey, and a bear, while the UK version came with a bear and a penguin. The compact had a treehouse in the top part, and a cave, a pen, and a bridge going over a pond on the bottom. All of these sets came in similar-looking dark pink square compacts. The variation on the compacts wouldn't begin until later. Each compact opened up a new world. Every one was different. Polly had everything a little girl could ask for. A townhouse, a beach house, a school, a hair salon, even a magical fairy wonderland. all perfectly molded, painted by hand, and sealed shut. To kids, it was a way to carry an entire world inside your pocket. To adults looking back, the compact is a veritable time capsule, a small, idealized world that's never aged. Like walls built around a village to keep out the monsters, the compact case of Polly Pocket meant nothing could disturb her perfect world if you didn't want it to. Nothing got in, and nothing got out.
Hi, I'm Polly Pocket. Check out what's new in my world.
Polly Pocket has a house that opens wide.
Wow!
6 big rooms.
The worlds of Polly Pocket were a study in small-scale design perfection, not just in toys, but in life. The engineers at Bluebird Toys used precise molds and layered paint in a way that would give the illusion of depth. A space that was only a few centimeters across could be an entire room. There are so many Polly Pocket compacts that I could honestly make a several-hour video going over all of them, and probably no one wants that except me. But for this video, I'll just tell you about some of the highlights. The 1989 Beach House compact opened into a 2-story summer home. There were 2 versions of this compact made, one with a grassy area taking up most of the bottom part of the compact with just a sliver of beach, and one with no grass and a large beach. The interiors differed slightly as well. Polly was the princess of 1,000 kingdoms. In 1992 alone, she had an ice kingdom, an undersea world, a woodland realm, and a fairy fantasy, among others. Beautiful, detailed worlds straight out of the imagination. But everywhere Polly went, it was strangely empty. All of the compacts I just mentioned only came with animal friends. Polly was the ruler of empty kingdoms. No worshipping crowds, no fanfare, no one at all. Polly also went to school, just like the kids who carried her around. The chalkboard decal had the equation 2 + 2 = 4, the same in every copy, in every country. Polly's world didn't change no matter who bought it or where. The same scene, plucked from a realm of pastel and plastic. Fairy Light Wonderland was one of the most advanced sets that Bluebird Toys ever produced. Here, Polly left the humdrum world of the familiar and went somewhere magical, somewhere we couldn't follow her in our own lives on a larger scale. The fiber optic lights once glowed through a clear dome, powered by 2 watch batteries hidden underneath. Most of them no longer light up, of course, but some still have a faint flicker when rewired. A gentle pulse in a world that should have gone dark. In 1995, it was back to normalcy with the Pollyville supermarket, reflecting the brand's shift toward building full towns, piece by tiny plastic piece. Its shelves were stickers with rows of identical fruit and milk cartons, every label repeated exactly. Even in mass production, perfection was the goal. In Polly's world, the food never ran out, because no one ever bought it. This trend of real-life locations continued with a fitness studio, an ice cream parlor, and even a children's hospital set in 1995. 1996 brought the Bubbly Bath Compact, aka Sparkle Surprise, aka Polly's Crystal Bubble Compact. The outside of the compact was enough to trigger anyone with tryptophobia. The compact also stood upright and resembled a perfume bottle. This one had a particularly advanced feature for the toys. You could add real water and bubble solution, then pump it into the compact and make a bubble bath for Polly. But in 1998, Polly's world changed forever. Mattel bought Bluebird Toys in 1998, causing a shift in everything that made Polly Pocket what it was. First of all, she couldn't fit in your pocket anymore. They redesigned Polly to be a larger figurine who was slightly more lifelike. They also got rid of her classic bob hairstyle and replaced it with a ponytail. Put simply, she didn't resemble the old Polly at all. By 2002, Polly was another generic doll, her world reduced to an unimaginative snow globe-style compact, instead of the rich, detailed worlds she was used to. Die-hard Polly Pocket collectors focus on the Bluebird era, from 1989 to 1997. Some of these sets still have perfectly intact paint and working mechanisms. Online communities document the slightest variation of Polly's worlds, types of hinges, mold codes, and sticker versions. Proof that with even a single atom out of place, even perfection can change. There can be tiny stress fractures in the hinges, discoloration from years of sunlight, silver paint rubbed away. And don't get me started on the amount of poly figures and props lost to fumbling hands. Some collectors keep them in sealed display cases to prevent UV fading. Many display sets are only photographed closed. The compacts never open again. The interior is too fragile. When some people collect Polly Pocket now, it's not about imagination and play. It's about preservation. Keeping this world, even if it's just a tiny part of our own, exactly as it was. Decades later, Polly Pocket feels a little different than other childhood toys. There's something about its permanence, its refusal to decay beyond a certain point. Each compact was built to close completely. Once sealed, no dust enters. No air, no light, just a small plastic world suspended in time. When you open them now, it's like opening a memory that never faded. The same exact furniture, the same faces, the same frozen gestures. And no matter what escapades you imagine for Polly when you play with her, in the end, you always return her to the same moment in time. A place you can visit, but never really change. It's comforting in a way. There are no surprises when you enter Polly's world. Every Polly Pocket compact is, in its own way, a snapshot of a perfect life. Polly Pocket compacts feel liminal because they're tiny, hyper-detailed worlds frozen in perpetual in-between moments. Spaces designed for life, but eerily empty without it. You get the feeling that you're waiting for something to happen. That all these places have been made with the idea of parties and dinners and events happening with Polly and her friends, but instead it's just quiet. Everything looks like a real place, but it isn't functional. It's not real. That 90s pastel bubblegum aesthetic creates a surreal sort of feeling. The colors feel slightly off, a little too bright or a little too pale. The proportions, shrunk down into miniature, feel uncanny. The scenes feel too perfect, too still, dreamlike. It makes you wonder, what would happen if Polly ever discovered that her world was fake? If inside that smiling, painted face, she's actually screaming? If the world around her ever fell apart? Luckily, that will never happen. Right?